What's up guys, BrunsNick's back and I got another comparison video for you. Today I'll be comparing the Ebonite GB2 versus the Brunswick Knockout Bruiser. Two symmetrical benchmark performers in their respective brands going heads up against each other. So I'm going to get these on the lanes, try them at different angles and see what they do against each other. But before we get to that, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Now, let's see Knockout Bruiser versus the Ebonite GB2. All right, comparison time. We got the GB2, Game Breaker 2, versus Knockout Bruiser. So I'm gonna get these on the lanes, play them in different zones, talk about the balls a little bit, and see which ones do which against each other. So, without further ado, these balls have a little bit of lane shine on them. They're not out of box. They have about an equal amount of games. Great start. This is probably going to be a pretty boring video. Benchmark bowling balls, you know, you don't get a lot of views on YouTube with these balls. People want to see the balls go sideways at the end there. Let's look at flare here a little bit. We didn't really catch a whole lot of oil there, so you can't really see, but you can kind of see from past, starting to oil here, and it flares in the dry all the way to here. So differential on this ball is I go 48. Knockout Bruiser, about the same. I think it's 050 maybe. Savvy Hook 4.0 versus GB 10.7. All right, that one floated out there pretty nice. See if I can't get this ball in the same zone. It's a little bit in. Okay. Responded pretty hard off that. I think I caught it in the oil, about 1 or 2 boards left of it. Not that sharp playing out right now. But, move on, see if we can see the flare. You know, these are gonna be similar. I mean, flare starts here and flares all the way to dry up here. About equivalent with those two. All right, let's move 5 left. Oh, layout-wise, I guess I should talk about that a little bit. Same layout on each, 60, 4.5 by 20. That's been kind of like the standard layout I've been using. We're gonna take a re-rack early. Haven't done a re-rack in a little while, so, you know, when the time's right, the time's right. That rack was not great. That one looks better. All right, 5 left. Nice smooth reaction. Didn't really get through the pins hard. That's okay. Not really getting around it yet. You know, I'm not really that far left. So we'll switch it over to Game Breaker 2. Same line. Ball always takes a couple extra seconds to get back whenever I react. So I knock all those pins in the pit. So it's got a lot of traffic back there to get through. All right. Let's see what we got with the GB2. Might have caught that a little bit more at the bottom. That's why I went through it a little bit better. That's why I went through the pins harder. But overall, I think heads up. Pretty darn close between the two. I don't think this, you know, comparison is going to be really about what ball's better, which ball should I choose. I mean, there's going to be brand loyalists out there that love Ebonite. There's going to be brand loyalists out there that love Brunswick. So we all are going to make a ball that's similar in each brand. All right, 5 more left. We're 10 left now with the GB2. Get it out a little wide. These bowling balls are great to throw. I love benchmark bowling balls. I mean, this is probably going to be a ball that gets to nationals for me when I leave in June. We'll see, but so versatile. You know, you can play them to smooth out a pattern. and then you can chase it in. You know, as the lanes break down a little bit, it still has enough on the back to get you through the pins and get you carrying there. All right, so let's try to get this one out to 5 again with the knockout Bruiser. It's like 6. Got it in just a little bit. I'm gonna throw that ball again. I don't feel like I really sent it out wide, and that's okay. You know, that's the kind of hit you're gonna expect when you miss in the oil a little bit, or the ball that's, you know, not really designed to be a super backhand hooking ball, but give you a nice controllable reaction. All right, redo. That's out there. It leaked out a little wider, but it did get back, it did carry. You know, not a great rack, so kind of looked funny. That's okay though. I think those two side by side, you can kind of see the difference. Now is the knockout Bruiser just pushing a little bit longer down the lane. Does the GB2, so many numbers, you know, see it a little stronger, you know? Hard to say, a little early. So I'm gonna move another 5. So now we're 15 left of where we began. We'll start with the knockout Bruiser. Okay, look pretty good. Got that out to about 7 board, not too crazy of a swing. I'm gonna try to keep a little bit more in the oil. And that's what we'll try to do with the GB2. And we see it heads up there. Now we can definitely see the oil rings now that we're staying in the oil better. And you can see the oil rings in the dry. So very nice amount of flare. That's what you're gonna get with the ball with 050 diff. All right, game breaker, 2, deuce, deuce. All right, let's try to get that in the same spot, same speed, same everything. Not bad. That's hard to tell by my eye. Going side by side. I mean, you guys, you let me know. From that zone there, that's probably gonna be like the sweet spot when they start to break down a little bit with those two. But yeah, it's, for me right now, if I were Throwbot or Nickbot, I probably wouldn't tell much of a difference between these two. All right, 5 more left, now 20 left. This is what we call the end of the road. Softer speed, let's see what it does. Up to about 6. Does not have any issue getting back. That ball is so underrated. And again, watch that video. Click on that link, watch that video, GB2. And a lot of you guys missed that video. Super underrated ball. Just a quiet performer. That's all I gotta say. It's one of those balls where like, okay, yeah, it's fun, but I'd rather throw Black Widow. Okay, cool. That's fine too. All right, last shot. Side by side once again. Very, very close, very similar reaction. Very similar roll through the pins. How do you pick one or the other? Well, to be honest, if you like the Brunswick brand better, if you like the Ebonite brand, if you like the dark black bowling ball better, you want blue. These bowling balls are so close to one another, you can't go wrong with either one if you're looking for a benchmark performer. So that's my take on the knockout Bruiser versus the Ebonite GB2. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already.